so his question is very important. I want to address it very quickly. He says, there are those Jews, very Orthodox, who are called Kolelman. They learn all the day, and the woman works and supports them. This is only allowed. First of all, according to Rambam, technically it's asur to do that, but it's asur. It's forbidden.
Asur.
So according to Rambam, you're not allowed to work for money, meaning to study, receive money for. No. You're not. It's not allowed to
learn and get paid.
To learn and get money
for your
learning. It's forbidden. So how does it work? It's only in the case that the woman is willing. She wants her husband to learn more and to come closer to God, and she's willing to support that, and it comes from her. A man can never impose on the woman, oh, this is how we want to live, I'm going to learn and you're going to support me. So a lot of women start like that, and they want. But after a year or two, or when the kids come, 2, 3 kids, working, taking care of the kids, all that, it becomes very intense. She has the right to say, no, it's too much. Now it's too much. I wanna stop. And we should wait. But we should manage. You should stop and start working. It's very important. The man has to be aware of that, because otherwise, it's going to create a lot of problems, and she's not going to be happy. And if she's not happy, you're not fulfilling your man's duty, right? The right to be fed from his assets and live in his house after his passing until she remarries. That's just like practical sin. The cost of feeding their daughters from the time he passes away until they marry, and the son's right to inherit her ketubah in case of her death, aside from their rightful inheritance with the other brothers when the father remarries. Okay. Listen to what the Talmud. Okay, that's the Talmud says that anyone awaiting is Pesachim, Talmud Pesachim Nun Amud Beis, 50, page B. Anyone awaiting his wife's income will not see any blessing in it. Okay, so that put things straight. And listen to that. A bit to what I mentioned before. A husband must bear in mind that he's the conduit, the pipe through which the heavenly blessings and sustenance are conveyed to his family. The wife's role is to process the raw material and turn it into edible particles. Anyone who imposes the burden of sustenance on his wife inevitably harms the way the home is run in terms of the cooking, the laundry, and the children's behavior. Nothing a man arranges can replace his wife, and the money she brings will end up in babysitting expenses, ready-to-eat meals, children who will lack mother's love and attention, and in paying expensive psychologist fees at a later date. There's a lot of truth to that. You have to think about it. Oh, the wife is working, but the mother is not home when the kids come, and they learned not to say mime. They say, how to say water? Agua, agua, right? It's important to understand that the kids don't need to learn Spanish. They need to learn Torah, needs to speak the language of the parent. Now, it's important today that a woman should feel she has a career, or she feels fulfilled. A woman needs to feel fulfilled. Very often the woman starts a career and the beginning she works, and then she feels fulfilled just by having children. Now in today's society you see, oh, having children, being stuck home all day long with the kids is crazy, right? Well, different phases. Some women start feeling the mother in them when they start having 1, 2, 3 children, and they want to spend more time home. So you have to balance. There's different stages, and the husband and the wife, they have to work together to create a balance between who is going to work. I mean, it's man's responsibility, but how much she can help. If you're moving to a bigger house, if she wants a bigger house, we just moved in many years ago with my wife. We said, okay, we want to go in went a house. So I was mostly working. She said the only way that we can afford something like that is she works too. So she put herself in the position to work more and spend less time home in order to be able to afford a house, because that's what she wanted. but you cannot impose on your wife. Oh, now we are moving into a mansion. You need to work 24/7 now. No, it's not how it works.
Rabbi, can I say one comment?
No. Okay, fine.
I heard in the Gemara it says that when a woman and a man they work and the woman has better income, it says that the house will never be like, it's never gonna be peace. The wife is always gonna want to be on top of the husband. Is it true?
Dominant.
That's what my rabbi said in the Gemara. That's what the man. It's a better idea if the man makes more money.
It's yeah. This comes from the insecurity of the man of today. In the past, men used to earn most of the income, and a woman, was relying on that. The woman couldn't work. A lot of them were illiterate, or and relying completely on the husband. Today, the man feels, what's the word I use? Threatened or insecure if the wife earns more, because he said, oh, she won't need me anymore. And it's the wrong thinking of the man to think that she needs him because of his money. And we're in a world where, unfortunately, sometimes it happens that the woman wants to marry that guy because he has a lot of money. But again, it's the insecurity of the guy. If the guy provides the love, he doesn't have to feel insecure. What she wants is the love, it's not his money, right? So there's no problem with the woman earning more money as long as the man is a real man and provides with love and
Speaking of insecurity, does jealousy and insecurity have something to do together when it comes to the wife? Because, like, let's say I ask my mom 1,000,001 questions. She always says, "I feel bad for your wife." Yeah.
What? What
No,
kind of questions do you
I
ask?
ask all these little details, like, and she and then remember when back in the days when I used to be a hairstylist, we spoke about relationships and everything, and we came to a conclusion: a jealous man is only jealous because he's not secure, he's not sure himself. He thinks that somebody else is better gonna
yes, it's
take
true.
her attention.
It's true. A man who is jealous.
So jealousy and insecurity.
It has to do a lot together.
Yeah?
Right? If a man doesn't feel he gives out to his wife, he's gonna be jealous very quickly, because he feels, that maybe she loves someone else. Why should she love someone else if you really give her all the love?
But what if you just you're just like a person that you're scared to lose that person?
Right.
And
So that's someone who is very
your,
insecure. You have to
that's
work on
insecure?
it's insecurity. You have to make sure
Huh?
that you have to feel that your wife feels loved by you. You ask her. You check if you see if your wife is in love with you. You see it. It's not complicated. That's your job. It's a man's own.
You should watch King of
Here, a wife's obligation is much smaller. A wife's obligation to provide her husband with the following: any earnings or other income she receives, any item she finds, any fruits, wheat. That's more old-fashioned, but it means the same thing today, translated in different terms. Wheat that her tree field gave belong to him, and the tree field remains her as long as they are married. So, thank you so much. Yeah, can someone make space? Thank you so much.
You have one more table, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it in 2 minutes. We're gonna bring it after. Thank you. Steve, can you close? Thank you.
It's okay.
So,
Sit yourself at the door.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I just want to finish quickly. Local custom, very important, guys. Listen to that. Women don't take advantage. A husband is obligated to provide all his wife's needs according to the average standard of life in their specific location. If you want to have a Lexus and everybody in the neighborhood, I'm speaking to the women, you want a Lexus and everybody in the neighborhood only has a Toyota, you don't have the right to feel sad or
manufacturer.
right, or feel like you can be too demanding. That's what I'm saying. And the man has to understand that if you live in a place where everybody has a Lexus, you can't let your wife just drive a Maxima, or I don't know what's lower. Maxima is lower than Lexus. Toyota, right? Meaning no, nothing wrong. It's just I have a Toyota. But so he says like that. If most American homes possess a dishwasher and a wash machine, a husband cannot tell his wife to wash the dishes or launder clothing manually. In third world countries where these are regarded as luxuries, the wife cannot demand such appliances. If the average home has a maid, the husband is obligated to hire a maid to help her with the household chores. Nevertheless, I would say even if she brought in 100 maids, a husband may force his wife to work with wool, since being bored leads to adultery. Okay, that's a different subject. Being bored, whether for man or woman, is destructive. So you have to be able to do something. But the important message here is that you have to check where you live, and based on where you live, the wife has to do a lot with respect. The wife has to feel respected, and by her everybody around, and the husband also. And you cannot force one to be above the average or lower than the average, because it's just a matter of respect and dignity.
Isn't that being so materialistic?
No, because it's an emotional need. It's not being material. It's
having a maid and Lexus, that's emotional.
Yeah, because everything. Why today is it? I'll give that example because the first one coming out. Why is it today that being skinny, right? That's beautiful. If you go like a few decades, I don't know, 20, 30 years, being chubby was the most beautiful thing, right?
It's a sign of wealth.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
No, they say if you
With
really
men would not look at the skinny girls. It's not beautiful. They would look at a more, and you can go in a different time, and you go in the time of the French people by the Vikings. They like fat women, and that's fine, right? And this was beautiful. The way things are, we are affected by our surrounding, right? And we're affected, and our surrounding gives definition and make us love or be attracted to certain things because that's how people think. But they're all beautiful. It's just what you got used to. If you're used to why people love pizza and things, you take some which is pizza. Everybody loves pizza. Everybody likes French fries, right? Come on. But you take a guy from Zimbabwe, you show him pizza, and this is disgusting. This is like garbage, it's plastic. They'll give you a good drink of blood with chicken, whatever, raw chicken. This is good. This is attractive. You understand? So why I'm saying that because right, we need to. A person has to feel accepted by the surrounding and feel respected, have dignity, and our dignity is based. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate, but this is the way about where we live. So you cannot expect the person to live in a way that is different from where you live, or you have to move. If you want to live in third world country, that's fine, but you both gonna have to enjoy living that way. Yeah.
My mom said she used to tell me when I was younger. She's like, just because someone may jump off the bridge doesn't mean you have to also.
Right.
So it's very similar. Just because everyone else is having that, whatever it is, doesn't mean you also have to have it.
That's right. But again, if you both want to live a certain way, doesn't mean you have to do like everybody. Most people have a Lexus. If you're both very happy with Toyota, then it's fine. But you have to feel that you have to make sure that emotionally and on a honor level, you both feel like respected and safe and okay. That's right.
And secure.
No, you have to make sure that both are not feel like respected and by the others and feel
Yeah, respected. Secure.
Right. Just one very quick thing to finish because connected to that. It says that one of the ways, one of the role of the woman to do those things is in order to show respect to the husband. We're going to speak more later about that. It's one of the big way to show love to a husband is by showing him respect. What's the way usually a man likes to feel respected. So he says there, serving him food, setting the table for him, pouring him wine, making his bed for him, and preparing hot water, towel, soap, and shampoo for him. Meaning those are things, it can be different in different parts of the world, but those are things when a man, why is it so important that the wife cooks and brings, because when it's one of the way the man feels love. Oh, she prepared something for me to eat, he feels, oh, she loves me. That's what goes, it's special, especially by Bukhara, by Sfardim.
And talking to him and socializing with him.
Well, no, that's something else. But I'm saying the reason we're so much connected with the food is for that reason. It's not because the man needs to eat. It's one of his way to feel food.
I'm sorry, Rabbi.
Wait, 1 second. As far as cooking his daily meals on time and laundering and ironing his clothing are concerned, the woman can hire a maid, or her mother or sister can cook, launder in her stead, and she can spend her time as she wishes. She may choose to attend a Torah class or attend to her own professional career. Okay, that's halacha. This is Eben Hazer. So understanding, right? You have, as long as both feel respected and wanted and loved. I think here we're just showing different ways. According to halacha, we understand that one is loved and respected by the other, and if so, it's important to understand that before to discuss those things. What is important for you? How do you understand love? How would you feel love? What's the role? What's my role? What's your role? How can we create a balance so that our strength and roles can be balanced, and we both feel love in our roles, and this way you have a very successful balanced marriage and feel love and Zet Hashem. Yes.
Rabbi Gutmacher, I'm really, really sorry that I interjected, but
Okay.
the reason why I said this was because I know if I had a wife, I would want her to communicate with me when I'm down.
Right. Yeah. No. Again, a wife has to be the husband have to be the best friend for each other. And we're going to speak later on about the 5 languages of love. You have to understand how the other one experiences love, and by doing that, one becomes it's different by everybody. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll learn about it. Thank you. We'll see you next week with Zet Hashem.